Hey guys, here I am. I apologize. For that. Okay. I've been in such a hurry today. I've been just crazy busy and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys come over here to Bill Clairvoyant. Okay. All the people that were there. Again, I apologize for that. That's my bad. So we got 5 people on now. Okay, cool. All right, so Susan's here, Marcy's here, Suzanne's here, groovy. Okay, hey Suzanne, how's it going? I hated to do that, but I needed to. I don't know why I have 2 Bill Hobarts on my... Why, thank you. Hi, Adrian. I was on the wrong Facebook page, you guys, and I apologize. Hi, Abby. How you doing? How's it going? Hello. I wondered where everybody was at. Okay, I was on the wrong Facebook page. So I closed that one down and came over here. So I apologize. Hopefully people will follow me over here. As we, yes. Here's Jody. Hi, Jody. Thank you for coming over. Okay. There's Heidi. Hey, Jessica. Well, hello, my dear. Of course everything is good, Abby. That baby's going to be wonderful. You guys, it's Maui Live, you guys. It is not. I wonder why it looks like that. I don't understand that. Maybe I need to back this up. Hey, Trisha. How's it going? I'm going to do this. Maybe that will help. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, I'm going to get an aloha sign for above the TV. So, let's see, when I step out of the way, it looks fantastic, right? So, yes. Yes, this is Kalapali Beach in Maui. North of our heart. On the other side of the island of our house we're going to buy in Kihei. Yeah. Yes. I can't wait to open up my back door sliding door walls to that every day. Oh my God, it's going to be fabulous. I'm so ready to go. Okay, so what I was saying before, I will go through it again, and I hope everybody comes over. Hope that the rest of the people come over. Veronica and them. Okay, so what I was talking about in the prior video on Bill Hobart, on my Bill Hobart page, is talking about fear, okay? And understanding that as we go into fourth dimensional energy, that our fear will be easier to recognize and it'll be easier to get rid of, to allow it to go. There's a person that I watch on YouTube that I follow named Lee Harris, and he does an energy update every month, and he's pretty freaking great. And I got confirmation after confirmation about his February energy reading today, okay? So that made it pretty great because I had a conversation with a person named Ryan, who's normally on these. He follows me on the Facebook Lives. And about last week, I was talking about, Spirit and I were talking about abundance, right? And how that all of us are starved for basically money throughout our lifetimes, right? Through the centuries. So when we get into this lifetime, we end up being not starved, but we actually live in, oh gosh, hang on. He wants to talk about something else, guys. Hang on. Live in lack, okay? Okay? And our job this lifetime, as we move into fourth dimensional energy, okay? It'll be easier for us to recognize it, let it go. But also, as we get, our souls are so used to being in the fourth dimensional muck, okay? Or third dimensional muck, right? Our souls used to everything being heavy, having to work and having to strive and having to make a living and having to do all the things that our society is pulling out of, Okay? Understanding that fear comes from back there too into this lifetime. And it always accumulates around our heart. Okay? So we need to be more heart-centered, right? Sometimes it gets into our gut chakra, but normally it's around our heart. So understanding that the more we focus on that, the more we are in connection with ourselves, the more that we understand. Hello, Dorothy. Hey, Tracy. The more that we actually are able to pay attention. Why? Because we're more conscious, right? We're able to alleviate that hurt, that anger, that fear much, much easier. Then when it appears again, it's easier for us to let it go again because we have centuries we have centuries of fear energy inside of human body, which is true. Okay? Understanding that the more heart-centered we are, the more connected we are to our heart, which is ourself, right? It's ourself. And understanding, because we are conscious, okay, like Spirit has explained before, when there's something going on in your heart, you take your 3 fingers, right, and you tap. Okay, Spirit, what's this energy? I don't know what this is. I need you to, it's not mine. Well, it is yours. It's yours from centuries possibly before, okay? But recognizing that it's there is what the battle is, Spirit says. It's understanding that, not just to accept it, to understand that it is removable by talking out loud, number one. Second thing is again, Steve Noble guided meditations, right? But sometimes you can't do a guided meditation, right? Sometimes it's not that heavy. It just shows up all of a sudden, right? And when that happens, you're able to maybe tap. Oh, do you have a little heartburn? I'm feeling okay. I'm fine. But inside your head, you're going, okay, Spirit, I got energy from that person right there, and I don't like that. And I don't like that energy. I need you to take that. I need you to take that away. Okay. So Jessica says, what is it behind the heart? Like back behind the heart. I forgot the question. Oh, she got the question mark. Oh my God. Okay, this is okay, Jessica. This is fantastic. Spirit says, tell Jessica what's behind your heart is your soul. Soul lines your whole back, he says, from your. It surrounds your. It surrounds your spine. It goes from your bottom of your neck to your tailbone. That's your soul. Does that make sense? That resonates with me. I mean, that makes it go, wow. Why is it in pain? Spirit says it's hiding. It's hiding. You mean the back of your heart hurts? There's something behind your heart that hurts? He says because you're hiding it. Okay? Yeah. Because see, if it's in the front of your heart, you're going to feel it. You're going to go, okay, what is that? Right? What is that right there? I don't know. Why am I angry? Why am I sad? What is that about? I don't understand that. Right? I never knew that, Jessica. That's pretty sweet. Right? That it's hiding behind. I always thought that it came up from your gut and was on the front of your heart. He says, but some can hide behind your heart. He says that deep-seated anger that does not want to be seen, does not want to be extinguished, he says. And that's because your human thinks you have to have it. Your ego thinks you have to have it, he says. Oh, yes. Yeah. Because, and if it comes with you from your past lives. So it hides in the back there because your ego thinks that you have to have it to survive. It's normally traumatic experiences, he says. Okay? It's normally traumatic experiences from your past that are imprinted on the back of your heart. But you're able to remove those too, he says. Hey, Vic. Hey, Rochelle. You're able to remove those too, he says. Hey, Tracy, because you know that it's there. That's freaking amazing. Oh, okay. because you're conscious that it's there. That makes all the freaking sense in the world, right? This thing is bugging me. Spirit's talking about my shirt. What are you worried about your button for? Stop. Interesting. So that's all part of clearing your heart, clearing your energy, clearing your soul, he says, of traumatic experiences that bring you fear from your past lives. Makes total sense. People carry money fear, he says, in their gut. Okay? Not much in their heart. It's in their gut. Living in lack lives in your gut because, oh, I get it. Hey, Ryan. Because that's where you feed yourself. Hello? Epiphany. Also, people's fear, money fears, he says, can cause indigestion. Because the food is being rejected. Because, oh yes, holy moly. Because your human self, this is amazing, you guys. Oh my gosh. The energy that you carry from the past in your human self, he says, believes it needs to live in lack, meaning money lack, okay? And when you're in money lack, sometimes you believe from past lives, you're not supposed to eat. When you are feeding yourself, you have to train yourself to eat again, he says. To allow yourself the nutrition, to allow yourself to have what you need to survive. I am like Max Headroom? Really? Hey, Teresa. That's cool, Suzanne. I'm kind of cool. That kind of makes me happy, Suze. Yeah. That's back in the day, though. Holy moly, that's in the 90s. Maybe it's the background. Understanding that understanding that many physical ailments, he says, come from fear. Fear-based energy that comes from past lives that we bring with us that isn't always acknowledgeable, isn't always seen until a certain part of our life, till we reach the pinnacle, he says. Hey, Gregory. And then is it exposed? Oh, okay, got it. It's exposed at certain times of our life because if they had us all work on it at the same time inside of our human body, you wouldn't be able to understand it. Wow. That makes so much sense. Yeah. Spirit's telling me to stay focused. So Jessica started this conversation, and it's pretty fascinating to me. Things reveal themselves at the specific time when it comes to fear, when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to money, when it comes to, again, it has everything to do with fear, right? And understanding that you're supposed to solve it when you're able to solve it. Does that make sense? When it's revealed, he says. We all carry fear in our lifetimes, especially from childhood, right? And then as we grow up, we've done one of two things. We have either shut down, right? and just not dealt with anything. But and some of us were pushed to clear ourselves out, to understand exactly what makes us angry, what makes us sad, what makes it different, right? Yeah. He says, understand that one lifetime can't solve everything in third dimensional energy. He says that as we pull out of third dimensional energy, for everyone on the planet, he says, understanding that I don't know what Tracy's saying here. Tracy, this is how I channel. Okay? I don't know if you've ever seen one before live or whatever. But this is how I channel, my dear. So if it puts somebody off, I apologize, but I'm not going to change the way I channel for anybody. So that's just the way it is. Okay? This is how I channel. If it freaks you out, or if it gives you the willies, or it makes me look like something that you don't really like, I apologize. But that's not going to change. I don't change the way I do anything. So there's that. Hey, Kathy. So understanding that true. Okay. Understanding that as we move into fourth dimensional energy, as we go quicker and quicker, he says, hey, Grace, understanding that as we go through it, as we understand, as we get to that pinnacle, he says, of understanding exactly who we are and what we are, and understanding that letting go of that energy is much easier. Why? Because we're out of that muck, right? We are out of that sedentary, heavy energy. He says, and that's what comes from working on ourselves, right? By being more conscious of who we are, understanding where the fear can come from, that it is not from this lifetime. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, Julie. And that makes sense, right? That sometimes we try to figure out, well, where did that come from? Why am I fearful of that? Why am I fearful of that? Oh, that hasn't bothered me in the past. It isn't from this lifetime, Spirit says. Does that make sense? Hey, Kimberly. Okay. Yes. Okay, got it. Okay, so Spirit says, so interesting. That's why people need to come to somebody like myself, okay? When they have questions about things, when they want some answers about things. And it is never going to, he says, it is usually never, I can't. Hey, Stephanie, it's not always from this lifetime. He says that's why we're able to bring things up for people from past lives, understanding that they may not get it now, okay, but they're going to get it. But they'll get it eventually. Usually, when that energy comes up and they go, okay, that's what Bill was talking about. Okay, why am I thinking about jail, or why is there something about being afraid of that, or why is there something about being afraid of that? That's all past lives things if you haven't experienced it this lifetime. So Spirit gives us example of so he uses the jail, the prison thing. Being afraid to go to prison or to jail is not something that you learn, right? It is usually something from your past lives, something from the past, okay, that tells you, I don't want to go back there. He says, and also people who go to prison or go to jail, they've not yet experienced it in their lifetimes. Makes sense. He also says that prisons now are no different than prisons 500 years, 500 years ago, right? They're horrible places to try to survive. Okay? That's why as we move into fourth dimensional energy, oh, got it. Prisons will be more and more, I don't want that word, spirit. Hang on. They will change to take care of the prisoners in a way psychologically, emotionally, and mentally over locking them up in a cage. It will prove that rehabilitation works. True. Yes, Stephanie, more therapeutic. Yeah, see? So understanding, less traumatic, exactly. I didn't expect to go down this rabbit hole, but I guess we're going. But I guess we're going to now, because he says once that person is released and they have not been rehabilitated, he says most are emotional scars from this lifetime. Oh. Emotional scars from this lifetime that may have come from their past lives, but are being surfaced in this lifetime to get them cleared. And that is the future of those institutions. Is to help the person understand this. Understanding why they feel the way that they do. Understanding how their lives were set up before they came to Earth. Understanding, not in a psychic way. This has nothing to do with psychicness. It has nothing to do with this, he says. It has everything to do with this, so that those people understand, as we move into the fourth dimensional energy, how to survive, how to live. Not just survive, but to live. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so that's the thing that I want to talk about too, is, again, past life energy, right? In our past lives, we have been in survival mode. Not living, but surviving, right? Spirit is showing me in the desert, like back, Jesus, right? 2,000 years ago, whatever, right? Mankind had to find food. Had to search for berries and things in the desert. The oasis was only water, he says. And that, again, we bring into this lifetime. Survival, right? We've all heard of survival mode, right? He says that's in the process of changing. It's changing. It is changing because it needs to. All third dimensional energy, all those things that built man up, that built man to search, that built man to expand. Physically, he says, will now be allowed to let go, will now be allowed to be extinguished from mankind, because now it is more about not physical labor, not physical knowing, it is about mentally knowing and psychologically knowing. And using parts of the human brain, he says, that are able to connect with beings and spirit much more easily than they've ever done in the past. Okay? He says, because more and more children, starting in the year 2000, and Lee Harris kind of confirmed this, have been born with a lighter energy, with a more knowing, with a more connection to the universe, more connection to spirit, more connection to everything, right? Understanding that they know who they're supposed to be. He says some of their souls have been cleared of their third dimensional energy. That's fascinating. Those would be the rainbow children. The rainbow children have mostly been cleared, hey Haley, of their third dimensional energy. Hence why they can be rainbow children, right? The indigo children, I should have said indigo. The indigo children, the crystal children, and the rainbow children. Okay, I'm gonna post those again too, guys, on my Facebook pages because they're really interesting. Okay, so let's see. I think somebody had questions. Let me do this really quick. Spirit wants me to keep on talking. So Grace says, do we all have past lives, or are some of us new souls? We all have past lives, Grace. Spirit says there's very few new souls. Souls are just recycled now. Okay, which makes sense. All right, which makes sense. You know, we go to Spirit and then we hang out there till usually our grandchildren are passed, and then we come back. You know, as a different zodiac sign, for different experiences and things like that. Okay, so Gregory says, Spirit is timeless souls may be new to the exactly. Say being born on Earth. Okay. Yeah, because Spirit is saying there are souls from different galaxies, he says, that try it out on Earth and see what it's like because of the energy, because of the, he says the more and more of that will happen as we move into fourth dimensional energy, as it starts to lighten up, as it's easier to find out who we are and find out what we need to be, right? Okay, let's see. Abby says, Brady's definitely connected. Chrissy says, my dreams have felt so real lately, but not from this time. Exactly. That is, lucid dreams are really, really, really intense at the moment. And that's because we're going into fourth dimensional energy, right? And understanding I can tell you, for me, it has been my life, this lifetime. Okay. But also, like Chrissy says, things that I have no idea what they are. Okay. And I will take what Chrissy says as truth, because I don't know what they are. They may be from past lives. Only they are not like old, I'm not in an old scene, right? It's like I'm in here. Like I'm living in the time now with people that I have no idea who they are. But I've also, throughout my life, I dream in sitcom or in comedy. I'm watching a TV show in my dream and I don't know the people. Okay? It can be a drama, it can be a sitcom, it can be a comedy, and I don't know. I'm on the outside looking in. Okay, I don't know why, but ever since I was a child, that's the way that I've always dreamed. Yeah, about people I didn't know. Okay, so yes, Stephanie, Mia definitely is. Yeah, and Spirit says for Mia, it's going to get stronger as she gets older because she's really connected to fourth dimension, he says. Okay. Well, okay, so Dorothy, Adam's going to fight it. Okay, first off, he's a boy. Okay, second of all, Spirit says he's not ready yet. He's going to be a little bit later, he says. Okay, so Grace says, I keep having lucid dreams about my grandpa who passed away, passed on holding a baby, and it feels like he's really there. Exactly. Again, Grace, lucid dreams are really intense at the moment because of fourth dimensional energy. Again, understand that our souls have lived in third dimensional energy for 12,000 years. And as we're moving into 2021 and beyond, we're going to be, again, the lucid dreams make you more connected to the universe. Okay? They do. I mean, we're talking about like lucid TV, right? How beautiful it is and how bright and vibrant. That's it. And Spirit says a lot of the nightmare stuff will dwindle and go away as you allow that energy to flow away from you, that you remove that energy, that you allow the universe, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, to release that energy for you because it is deep ingrained in your human body and also in your soul. Soul has to trust that your spirit guides, your guardian angels, yours, not the archangels, because they watch everybody, right? But your personal spirit guides, your personal guardian angels that have been with you since you came to the planet, okay? They never change, they just add on more and more and more knowledge, okay? They have to convince your soul to let it go, Spirit says. That's fascinating to me, you guys. Hey, Veronica, that is fascinating to me. Thank you for coming over on this one. Whew, that is so freaking true. He says that's why it takes people, some younger people will do it when they're younger. Other people my age that have come up through third dimensional energy, it takes us longer to lose it, to allow, for our souls to allow that energy to be extinguished, to be removed, to be let go. And sometimes soul will feel empty because it's used to carrying that energy. He says that fear energy, that hunger, that lack energy, that hunger energy, right? Survival energy. But once it is removed from the soul, he says, and from the human body, it no longer returns. So that is when your guides do it, right? And okay, so Spirit says, you as a human cannot, hey Michelle, you as a human cannot remove that yourself. You can ask for it to be removed to your guides. Spirit, I need you to help me with this, right? In turn, we send the soul energy, that calm, peaceful energy, he says, that allow the soul to relax and allow that energy to be removed. That is freaking cool as hell. The only way that soul will let go of that. Hey, Laura. Spirit won't answer that, Laura. He won't. He doesn't answer stuff like that. Sorry. So Joyce says, I dream about really old guys as romantic interests. So weird. Joyce, that's because they are they're connected to your soul, Spirit says, from past lives. Okay? He says you have deep connection to those men. So they are probably husbands from past lives. Or brothers or fathers, he says. But mostly they are old husbands. They are he calls them soul husbands. So it could husbands that you may not have been married to, but energy-wise you're connected to them. It's kind of interesting, right? I think I got everybody. Okay, Gregory says, I've been told by about a dozen total strangers who I was in a past life. Really? Others have, and then I can't see anything else, Greg. That's interesting. Veronica, when's your birthday? Birthdays have everything to do with everything, guys. Zodiac signs have everything to do with that. Okay, the farther you go up the zodiac signs, this is what the way Spirit has explained it to myself. Capricorns, like myself, are the oldest souls on the planet. Okay, and so we have this innate ability to connect to Spirit, to do all these other things, because our souls are so old. Yeah. So Veronica, tell me when your birthday is. Okay, so 3/5. Oh, you're okay. So you're a Pisces. So, Veronica, your guys are ready to help you. Okay, you just got to talk. You just got to talk to them. Spirit says there's no names. 3 May. Okay, my bad. Okay, that's why you have so many guides. Okay. They're waiting for you to have conversations with them, Veronica, and ask them for what you want. chimes. But she's defiant, Spirit says. Your guides are saying, but she's defiant. She doesn't think she needs anybody's help. She thinks she's fine. And that comes from past lives. 4,300 years old your soul is, Veronica, from what your guides are saying. Yes, Veronica, you have to find the ways of balance. Yeah, Chrissy, that's Maui Live, honey. I'm going to live on that island right there very soon. So, well, Rochelle, all you have to do is talk to them, my dear. They will, once you build that relationship with your guides, I'm telling you guys, they will connect with you deeper than you ever thought possible. Okay? Everybody thinks that it's hard. It's only hard because your ego's in the way, right? Because you're not heart-centered, okay? That you are not open to the possibilities because ego tells you that you can't. I'm not able to do that. Well, guess what? I know people who I just talked to a person this week. Girl is 24 years old, and she's awakened like that at 24. Out of the freaking blue. She called me and said, I don't know what this is. I hope it's not evil. No, it's not evil at all. See? So we, older folk, right? It happens all the time. We just have to be able to understand that we have to keep our energy balanced. Talk to our spirit guides and guardian angels all day long, every day. Have conversations out loud with them. Ask them for what you want. Talk to them when you're pissed off. Trust me, it's all about them believing and understanding that you are raising your vibration so it's easier for them to talk to you. Everybody's intuitive and everybody's empathic. It's all been hidden under centuries of bleh, right? Of spiritual centuries of lack, which is true. Gets piled on top. All those experiences, that history, right? Just like our egos, right? Can you remember when you were a child, every single happy moment that you had? No. But I'll get you can tell me 5, 6, 8 things on what happened to you that were bad. Because ego does not remember what was good. Ego only remembers what is bad. That's what it does. Memory of, don't do that, you're going to get hurt. Don't do that, that's going to be painful. Don't do that, so you stay away. It wants to keep you back from those things. In a way, it's good. But also in a way, it's really, really bad. Because it doesn't allow you to move forward. It doesn't allow you to actually experience what you're supposed to experience this lifetime until you get control of your ego. That's the key. That's the key, getting control of your ego. Not listening to the freaking voice in your head. No. No negative talk. No anything in your head. Nothing. Right? And I'm telling you what. They will talk to you. They will talk to you. I'm telling you. I meet people every week that are like, are you freaking kidding me? Somebody talk to me. Well, of course they did. Because you're doing your work. You're lightening your load. You're raising your vibration. Because you have to raise your vibration, you guys. How do you do that? Steve Noble Guided Meditations. Losing that third dimensional energy in those meditations, right? Talking out loud to your spirit guide, your guardian angels. Understanding that that the tower of guides above your head is there to take care of you. There to answer every question. Do they have names? Names are for humans, right? They're for humans. But as you go through your lifetimes, right? You add guides on. That's why Spirit Paul, my guide when I was growing up, and until I started this journey, right, 7 years ago this year, he was my main guy. Him and my mom, right? But now, we had a conversation probably 3 years ago. He goes, you need to call out Spirit. Don't say Spirit Paul, because I may not be able to answer the question. He goes, I'm your guide for elementary school, middle school, and high school. But you're higher than that now. So there's more people than just me. I'm like, really? There's more people than just you? Well, why? Because I don't know everything, Bill. Veronica says she gets pictures because that is your connection. So when you get a picture, you're clairvoyant, my dear. I get pictures all the time. And I have to decipher them when I'm doing this or when I'm doing a reading. It's kind of like, guys, remember that show back in the 60s? It's called Concentration? You had a picture and a half a word and another picture, and you got to figure out what the hell it means. Yeah. Yeah. See? So understanding that the more communication you have with your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the more things that you watch, like, again, Coaching for the Soul, Lee Harris energy updates every month, okay? Understanding that the more you understand about your energy, the easier it is to lift your vibration, right? To raise that vibration up. How? It just happens, right? Your brain becomes more connected to the universe. It becomes more, it's not affected by everyday bashes and tomatoes and crappy stuff that like hits you every day, right? All that negative energy, I use tomatoes because I don't like tomatoes, hitting you, right? And you want them to stop. See? And that's what it's all about. Veronica says, like a TV inside my head. Welcome to my world, Veronica. That's because you're a Taurus, my dear. That's because you're a Taurus. Yes. Rochelle says she gets a sudden thought or a knowing. Exactly. So when that happens, Rochelle, you say, so Spirit, what is that? Spirit, I need you to help me understand that sudden thought, that sudden knowing. What is that? Don't just excuse it, because you have to acknowledge it so they go, oh, human got that information, bonus. Because they don't know. All they see most of the time, you guys, is light. They know you're human, but the brighter your light, Rochelle, the less they see the human. So the more that you ask those questions, the more that you have a conversation, the more that you do with them, right? Again, if you exercise that muscle in your head, it always gets stronger, you guys. I'm telling you what. I've also been told that as we go into the next decade, more and more people will understand their clairvoyancy, receiving more messages from their spirit guides or guardian angels in the universe. Okay? Okay? Because the people that are working on themselves now are the future leaders in the next decade. As younger people come up, and younger people are going to teach us things that we don't know. But also, we're going to teach the muggles. We're going to teach the people who live in 3D, who are looking for answers, who don't understand in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years, how the energy changed. How come I can't do this anymore? How come that disappeared? And a lot of people are going to be upset because they like living in 3D because it's safe for them. Okay? And as we move forward and we better know ourselves, right? And our energy is much easier and we don't carry as much stuff, anger, fear, lack. Everything changes. Everything changes. So let's see. So Abby says, Michelle says, I get a song in my head and associated with the lyrics. Okay, I get the same thing all of the time, and I think you guys have probably seen when I'm posting on Facebook, the song in my head today is this. And when you hear that song, Michelle, in your head, you have to go on YouTube and listen to it. There's a message in that song, okay? Either they want you, and I'm just going to give you what my example is. When I hear a song in my head, like I heard something, I've been hearing Woman in Love by Barbra Streisand and Barry Gibb for like 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks before my sister lost her job. Okay? I'm like, what is this song in my head for? I don't understand. Blah, 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 blah. Then my sister loses her job. We have a conversation. We knew it was kind of going to happen because they were kind of mean to her and stuff like that. And she has to go on her journey herself now, right? But she's learning how to be in love with herself. Woman in love. Okay? But I had the lyrics in my head. Oh my God, I couldn't even go to sleep because they were just rolling in my head. And I would listen to it and go, I don't know what this means. I don't get it until I finally got it. Veronica says, my two twin daughters, 22 years old, are very confused over the world. That's okay. That's okay. They won't be. Okay? They won't be. Again, you get to be their teacher, Spirit says, Veronica. Talking out loud. Have them watch Coaching for the Soul. You know, the more invested they are in understanding by saying, okay, Spirit, I don't get it. I need you to help me with this because I don't get it. I need you to help me with this. That's what I'm telling you guys, it works. It works. It works. Okay, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm supposed to answer. Veronica says I do. Good, they'll get it, especially when you start to be the model. Yeah. Joyce says, I have the song Daybreak by Barry Manilow on my music road. Oh, on your music road all the time. Yeah. Again, there's a reason why. Okay? Understanding, guys, that spirit and guides are energy. And they will put things in your way for good. Right? Like this background here, right? Okay? So last week, for some reason, I was strolling through my YouTube page, right? Strolling through what I get on YouTube and all the stuff that comes up. And all of a sudden, the show that was on my YouTube page showed up on my TV. And I'm like, so I took a video of it, right? So I could show Lee, because I'm not technologically anything. So finally on Sunday, I said, I don't understand, but I forgot to show you this on Thursday, that my YouTube channel showed up on the TV and I don't understand why. He goes, oh, Mr. Smart, if you hit this button right here, it'll show up on the TV. I said, well, I didn't hit that button. He says, well, somebody did. And then guess what showed up on my YouTube page? That. Maui Live. Guys, that's how it works. Right? That's how it works. See? If you allow them, because they're energy, you're not afraid of it, your buddies, your pals, your best friends, right? They believe in you. You believe in them. You trust them. Right? That's what it's about. No fear. I have no fear at all in my heart about anything. No, mostly. Right? Right? The Capricorn in me comes out sometimes, and I want to plan the move. I have to pull myself back and go, no, we aren't doing anything like that until I'm able to buy that house. Exactly. So a little bit of fear, but not much. Okay. So Rochelle says, mercy me, do something I won't. I say I won't is. Okay. So there's something in that song, Rochelle, that you're supposed to psychically be connected to. Yeah. Yep. Or, Spirit says, you can say, okay, Spirit, what's up with the song in my head? What is that about? What are you trying to tell me? Because they're trying to tell you something. They're trying to lead you somewhere, right? So then I get a song in my head and I listen to it, right? And usually it'll either be I'm going to have a crying episode, right? Because I cry a lot. I always have, even since I was a child. It's a way for me to let go of the energy that I don't know that I have, right? I mean, I remember being a kid, and on a Sunday at 1 o'clock, I would go upstairs in my bedroom, and I had a stereo, and I would put, my mom and dad had an Hawaiian album. Funny, right? And I would put the Hawaiian album on, it was instrumental, and I would put my headphones on, and I would sit up there for an hour, and I would cry for an hour. Just cry for an hour. And I would come downstairs about 2 o'clock or 5, a little bit after 2. My eyes would be just red. And my mother would say to me, are you okay? And I'd say, yeah, I'm okay. And she'd say, okay, honey, go wipe your face down. Go put water on your face. Yeah. Or do you want anything? My mother knew. I was upstairs crying because probably somebody in my family said, Billy's upstairs crying, I don't know why. But I cried all the time when I was a child, right? So Spirit guided me to do that. Every Sunday at 1 o'clock, I would go up my bedroom. I would need to get rid of the energy in my heart, my sadness in my heart. And that's what I would do. See? Again, I was so young, I was just being led. I didn't even know. I thought, I'm just doing what I think I need to do, because I'm still affected by music. Music makes me cry. Violins make me cry big time. I feel like I'm on a freaking spaceship whenever I hear violins. Just outpouring of energy, outpouring of love, recognition of that music from God knows the universe, from the eternity, That's always been another thing about myself that I know, and I didn't ever think that it meant anything. Well, now I know that it does. Okay, so Rochelle says, I need to take my soul power back. The song is so powerful. You can overcome. Yes, exactly. Human beings can overcome anything, okay? Especially as we move out of third dimensional energy into fourth dimensional energy. I'm telling you guys, you just have to allow it. You have to be conscious. You have to be conscious. And how do you get conscious? You get conscious by doing Steve Noble guided meditations if you're at that level, okay? If they resonate, if they resonate with you. You've got to expel that energy to the universe. You have to talk. That's why Spirit told a client this week that, after you have a really, really heart-to-heart talk with your mom or your best friend, and you let all that stuff out, how do you feel? Just like, That's why you talk. Talk to Spirit. They'll save you every time, you guys. I'm telling you what, they will never let you down. Never let you down. And it feels good to let it go. I got to go in a minute, guys. So let me see what Abby's saying. I should add how the miscarriage improves. Exactly. So, okay, guys. I'm going to get going because I've got another reading. I'm 4 minutes late. So thank you for watching Coaching for the Soul. If you're on the other feed, I'm sorry. I apologize. I was in such a rush to get on that I forgot to go to Bill Clairvoyant instead of Bill Hobart. So thank you for watching. Namaste, everybody. I'm still doing reading specials, guys. Please share my postings if you would. I need to make some money. And I'll see you next Thursday at 3 for Coaching for the Soul. Thanks, guys.